Okay, so today I'm going to read on the crazy upside down world of what is happening between the orange, the orange man in the White House, Trump, and Pope Leo. Like, what is happening? So this is what we know so far. Like, what is his beef with the Pope, man? Like this, we are like literally in the upside down. So it started with a couple of things. Apparently there was no Catholic Mass for the first time on Good Friday at the Pentagon Chapel. And that is, you can look that up, that is confirmed. Heg's Breath is a Christian nationalist, and you know, I don't know, maybe he has a thing about Catholics, who knows, allegedly. So that was one thing that happened. Then they said on April 6th, there was something that came out in the Free Press that Vatican officials briefed on the meeting who spoke to the Free Press on the conditions of anonymity, described it as a bitter lecture, warning that the United States has the military power to do whatever it wants and that the church had better take its side. Now that sounds like a threat. Now, that was definitely printed, and now they're saying that, oh, it wasn't like that, that's not how it was, you know, but to me, I wouldn't be surprised, right? Because we know that's what he does. He threaten everybody. Okay, so that was one thing. Obviously there's something going on because we know this for sure because we saw it. Trump goes on his Truth Social and posts a long post criticizing the Pope and saying terrible things and calling him weak and saying derogatory things about Pope, that he doesn't care about crime and he thinks it's okay for Iran to have nuclear weapons, and none of that is true. So he's obviously feeling, you know, he's feeling something about this, or he wouldn't be posting that, right? Because he posts everything he feels. And then the Pope, and this is a quote, a direct quote, says, quote, he has no fear of the Trump administration after the president slams his Iran war criticism. The Pope is not coming to the United States. Supposedly, I heard, now I don't know if this is true, that could have just been a rumor that he was supposed to come and then he canceled his trip. And then we know that the orange idiot went on to create an AI image of himself as Christ. And I'm not a practicing Catholic anymore, but according to the Catholics, that's blasphemy, right? Portraying yourself as Christ like you're healing someone. So now he deleted it and said, oh, no, I was just being a doctor. Okay. All right, buddy. Anyway, so in the upside down world that we live in, I wanted to do a quick reading on what in the heck is going on with this beef. Now, Pope Leo has a very high approval rating, and the orange idiot doesn't. So he is a narcissist. We know that for sure. Oh, he's got the tower. Interesting. Justice, the tower. All right, I'm just gonna leave these to the side because they fell out. Okay. You know, he's a narcissist and he's very, very jealous, and we all know that, right? You can see that. So that's what's going on. All right, I just want to see what the cards are going to say about this. Now, this is a direct quote from the BBC. Not even Hitler or Mussolini attacked the Pope so directly and publicly. That's how crazy this is. Okay, so let's see what we see. Let's see what is going on here. Well, I see the tower right there in justice. So justice is coming right away. I mean, it's already coming. That did a major hit on his base, okay? Because yeah, a lot of Catholics voted for him. So I imagine that they're very, very, very offended. I mean, like I said, I am not a practicing Catholic. We are Catholic, we're Italian, we're Catholic. I was raised Catholic, but my parents were never very into the church, and I have some friends who are, so I can't imagine what they're feeling right now, seeing that, you know? We have a big Latin community here, and I imagine that, okay, let's do this. All right, I think these are good. I'm gonna do this in the order that they came out. Let's see what we got. All right. And we have Temperance at the bottom. Okay, let me get to that. Sorry. So this is a new deck. This is the Stranger Things deck. I'll hold up each card so that you can see it. So I'm learning this as I go, but it goes off of the traditional tarot deck. It's just that they changed certain things. So, yeah, so I can imagine that, you know, this isn't good. And it just shows you how crazy this world has gone nuts. And I heard this and I thought this is really interesting. So apparently Italians have an expression, and it's "Chi mangia papa crepa," which translates to "whoever tries to devour or fight the Pope dies." Okay, so the Italians must not be happy right now with that. Mangia is, you know, eat, so devour, but obviously, you know, he's doing it with words, so fight, right? Dies. So, you got the Tower here, buddy, and Justice, so I don't know what to say. It ain't looking good. And you have, all right. So this is the 8 of Swords. Dice are swords, right? And this is obstacles and barriers, and this is a situation, he brought this situation on himself, right? And that's not good, because people are demanding justice for what they're doing to the Pope. People do not like it. Even people who are not Catholics, Christians, even atheists are saying, you don't mess around with the Pope. Like that's just crazy. And then you have the Tower, and this is, he's gonna take a big downfall and a hit. I mean, the Tower is one of the most, one of the most destructive cards in the deck. I mean, it's complete upheaval and sudden change, and it's a destruction, right? It's a destruction of false foundations, and you're criticizing the Pope? It's just not looking good. This is not looking good. So right off the bat, the 3 cards that jumped out right away, not good. All right, so now we have the 6 of Strands. Now strands are wands, right? Dice are air, which are swords. And swords could be words. And you posted that Truth Social. Now, whether that original post in the Free Press is accurate or not, because it was quoted anonymously, it could be. I mean, he is known to threaten, so it doesn't surprise me. I'm going to believe that they're trying to soften it, but it probably was true that they felt threatened. Okay, 8 of Swords. It's right off the bat. Okay, so now strands, like I said, is wands, and you know we're talking our. Let's see. Let me just see the sixes. So he. Right, that's 6. Yeah. So they're trying to restore balance and walk it back. They're trying to walk everything back. Okay, because you know the post of him as Christ, the AI post, and him trying to walk it back. Oh no, I wasn't doing that, because he got a lot of criticism about that, right? You know, that right away you could see the destruction was coming in the Tower. So he got a lot of criticism because of that. So, oh no, I was being a doctor. And you know, a lot of people in his base are going to believe him. You know, the rest of us know he's full of shit, but a lot of his people in the base are believing him. It's crazy. So now we have, oh yeah. So we have the 3 of Swords. Upside down. This was upside down. Okay. And threes are usually about cooperation. They're about creation and growth, and they're usually about working together. But because it's upside down, he's having issues with other, there's obviously an issue with the church and maybe the Catholics. You have the MAGAs, you have the church, you have the Pope, you have Trump, you have the Catholics. So there is a discord there. There is no cooperation, and there is no creation and growth right here, right? No way. That's at a standstill. He did a lot of damage. He did a lot of damage by that Truth Social post and AIing himself as Jesus. Oh my God. And then we have the Knight. Okay, Knights are, youthful, very. Knights like to bring information, so do pages, but Knights like to, they're the change makers, they're the action takers, they're the truth seekers, and it's upside down. And spokes is cups, right? So emotions are really high right now. So people are feeling emotional about this situation, and they're calling for someone to take action on this situation. They don't like it. And as I'm sure you've seen, he's been called out more and more for people. I don't know enough about what being the 25th Amendment or, the process of impeachment, and, you have to be impeached, and then you have to be you go through the Senate, you have to have so many votes. It's not an easy thing, but calling for the 25th Amendment to remove him because people are feeling very emotional, and they're ready for action to be taken. This is what's happening. And then we have the Four of Dice, and yeah, no. I mean, if you look at this image, fours are about order and structure, but they're also about limitation. And if you look at this card, you have these torches right around the house, right? So people are ready to be burning down the house. People are ready to burn down the house. And you know what I'm talking about, the administration. They're sick of it. Yeah. No, there's no order contained right now. And that's what I'm saying. We are completely in the upside down. We are just in a place that is so surreal that if you would have told me this 10 years ago, I would have said, oh, you're crazy. That none of this is going to happen. It's impossible. Now, at the bottom of the deck, there is the Temperance card. Okay, so if I pick it up like this, it would be upside down. That's important because I am reading this deck upside down, which I don't with my other deck because it's just, but yeah, how can I not read about the upside down when I'm using the Stranger Things cards? I have to read about the upside down, right? So things are not in balance. Temperance is balance and harmony, okay? And if you're seeing it upside down, that's telling me everything is out of balance and not in harmony right now. Yeah, so it's not good. It's not a good situation. So what he was thinking, who knows? Does he have dementia? Very possible. Is he sundowning at night when these crazy posts happen? Possible. We know he's very jealous. We know he's very bitter. We know he's an egomaniac. We know he's very insecure. You can see all of that. But this move that he did has caused some serious damage to him. That's what the cards are telling me. This was a massive hit at his base, who he's losing more and more and more of his base every day because of his own actions, and that's what the cards are showing, and that's what's happening. So yeah, I was just curious to see what cards would come out about this situation with the Pope, because I would have never in a million years thought that he would ever touch that with a 10-foot pole. Really? And interestingly, this is the first American Pope, Pope Leo. He's from Chicago. He's from the United States. And from what I understood, from what I read about him when he was first made Pope, is he was always a registered Republican. So, interesting, right? How the world is completely flipped on its head. That's where we are right now. All right, find things that make you laugh, do things that are fun. The energy's super intense, especially this week and next week with all the planets in Aries, and from all the astrologers I listen to, it's going to be really intense. So find something that grounds you and do something that makes you smile and makes you laugh and have fun and be with people that you love. Because we have no control over all of this. All we can control is what's going on inside of us. And energetically, that's how we raise the frequency of the planet, right? You work on yourself, you raise your frequency, and that's how we raise the frequency of the planet. All right, hold on to your hats. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. These cards are fun to read on world events. I like them. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.